we really are fragged. Not only is my computer fragged this week, the live stream is fragging. I was just talking to my buddy James Freeman, and I'm like, live streams are so unreliable. I know they've gotten better, but I don't know how you guys do live all the time. You gotta have backups for that. And he's like, yep, we do. And because live streams are ridiculous. It keeps kicking me out. I finally went out and updated the app, which of course ended the stream. I'm hoping it'll work now. My internet is amazing. I have like a 400 meg connection. And anyways, Santa guys, Jules, Bird, howdy, everyone in the live stream. I'm actually gonna start this live stream completely over. For those of you that already logged in, if this one doesn't work, I'm done. If this fails, I quit for the night. Okay, so sorry. It's the life. But I'm gonna start this all over. Polo, Elias, Kylie, everybody. Shout out to all of our peeps in the live stream. Dan Life, good, living in Mexico like, glad it's mucho mejor. Cuando es mal, no me gusta, porque cuando es mal, me molesto. Ay, qué pedo. Anyways, you have to keep fighting for these live streams sometimes. That's right, never give up. Hey everybody. Let me tell you what I've been doing this week. I'm working on some new things. This stream is kind of gonna be random. It's probably gonna suck, but I'm here for you guys. That's my job. And I'm gonna start reading. I was also talking to James Freeman. He's like, we were talking about like reading. I'm gonna read the super chats aloud to you guys. If you have something to say, you can super chat. I will read it aloud. I will pause and read it aloud on the show here. And speaking of shows, I got some news on that too. But I was just gonna tell you a little bit about what I'm doing this week, because this week, honestly, this week has just sucked. Like, it was going fine. It was going good, and let me pop the camera off, and I'll just kind of show you around what I'm working on and why things are fragged. And if the stream stops, I just don't even know. It's not my internet. It's absolutely Google and no one else. And yes. So here's what I'm working on. I was up till 4 in the morning last night working on my computer. And then yesterday and most of today, because the main disk just fragged. So the week was going fine, okay? The week was going fine. I've been doing these photo sessions, right? They've been going good. I've been doing these photo sessions with these models, just practice sessions, collaborations, so these girls can get portfolios and I get more work. This is my job, right? If the more photos I take, the more material I get for my Instagram, for my videos, my other channel, my photo channel, the software that I make. And so I've been going out and doing these really fun, pretty photo sessions that are cool, right? Cool locations, like this cave here. There's my girl, Sandra, helping me out. She helps me out with lighting a lot. And she's also a model. And we got this cave. Look at this cave. Like, you just see things. This is in a doggo state, and you see something, and if it's not fenced off, you just walk in.
Big light.
Got a big light. This was a cool spot. Check out my Instagram at Gavin Stein. But this is what I've been doing, right? This was my week. This has been my weeks lately, is these photo sessions, making videos, just trying to be innovative a little bit, because I need content. I make a lot of presets and educational thing over at simeffects.com. We make some really nice stuff, and so I'm always needing new material, new test material for Lightroom, for Capture One, for Photoshop. And
is it cold?
These southern girls, it's not that cold, okay? It's not that cold. It was probably like 65 degrees out, but it's December, right? So for these Latina girls, it's super cold. But no, we've been doing all these cool sessions. It's been great, but I've been doing like 50, 60, 70 gigabytes of data, right? So I'm moving a lot of data, and I have a lot of images to edit, and yeah, it's crazy. Then this week happens, and I plug in a drive. I just plug in a drive this week. Let me walk over here. Let me show you what I'm doing. Here's my main machine. You know, I need tacos. Anybody have tacos? Okay. And I keep this open so I can work on it, upgrade it. I'm actually better with Macs, but I'm getting better with Windows, because Mac has gone so 1984 on us. And I needed a system that actually worked with some power that I could upgrade, so I had to bite the bullet and start using Windows. But yeah, this guy right here, I'm copying data from it right now. The boot record or something, I restarted and it just booted. This is why I can't freaking stand Windows. It's so primitive, even Windows 10. I boot it up, and it's like, oh, we can't find the boot drive. So I go through, I probably spent 12 hours like troubleshooting, talking to IT friends, looking up videos, articles, in the terminal, in the command line, running all this stuff. I mean, a lot of work, okay? And yeah, there's my Prusa. I mean, a lot of work to try and keep this stuff pulled together, all right? And guess what? Doesn't work. All the data is still on the M2, okay? Everything's still there, all the directories, it just won't boot. And there's like no way, Windows just frags the boot so that it's like, oh, we can't see that this is a boot drive. And there's basically no way to fix it that I can find. You wouldn't believe how many articles, how many videos, how many things I looked up, how many variations of command line terminals and Windows PE programs and all this stuff to try and do repairs. Finally, I took my other drive and I'm just like, I'm reinstalling Windows on it. And it worked right away, of course. And so now I'm trying to copy data because this drive is perfectly functional. There's nothing wrong with it. It's not like my drive failed. And to be clear, when I say I'm fragged, it's not like my data is on separate drives. But when you're somebody like me, right, here's my main drive for the photos. This is 24 terabytes. And then this is all backed up on the cloud in 2 locations. That's one of the reasons that I'm really happy about my 400 meg connection. So the thing is this, and I know we're getting a little nerdy here, but when you're doing editing, I'm always way behind. You guys know that I have a ton of videos. I'm working on some new shows. I'm going to try and do something. I'm going to try and do a better live stream setup in here so I can do a regular show for you guys where I can switch screens and views and yes, all this stuff. And yes, the 3D printer is cool. And yes, we can make lots of things. So thank you all. Good to see you. And anyways, I was messing with this. I'm trying to restore and copy terabytes of data, and there's always stupid stuff happening. It's been, the past couple of days is kind of my nightmare because for me, if a computer fails, it's not simply that I lose the data's backed up. It's that I have hundreds of apps and everything is in its place and all my preferences and all my bookmarks. I'm a workflow person because I have to get a lot done when I work on these computers. I even had a backup of my main boot drive made by Macrium, right? That I did a clone of. Popped it in, it didn't work because Macrium apparently didn't make a working bootable drive. These are things that on the Mac, they just work. When you have a program that says it's cloning your drive, it actually clones your drive and you can boot from it with no problem. So I'm venting a little here because the past couple days have been kind of sucky. And I started out like, oh, this is going to be a good week. And now it's Friday and I've got basically nothing done because my system's fragged. But I'm working on it. I'll get it there. It's cool. Soy México ahora y soy tranquilo. Yo puedo cambiar la situación. Esto es mi trabajo. No es un problema. Toman su cerveza, amigos. No problema. So yeah, there's that. So I was talking to James Freeman today on some things. We were talking about videos, talking about how I should do some more live streaming and some stuff I'm working on. And I'm going to try and do a real live stream setup, something that I can just come in, it's mic'd up, cinema camera over here. I ordered a capture card for this main machine, if I can get it working, that is, and it doesn't frag on me again. And we're going to do some serious quality live streams where I have switching. I can show you guys what's on the screen. Because did you know I have, not only am I doing videos all the time down here, I don't go out trying to be an activist, but if something comes up, I film it. So it's like the video of me running from the cops, which isn't that big of a deal down here, but it's an interesting conversation. However, if I post it on the channel, it's all in Spanish. My Spanish is pretty sucky, but it's getting mucho mejor. And then before I can even post it for you guys, I gotta subtitle it because I understand most of you don't speak Spanish. And if you don't speak the language, it's kind of irrelevant. So like, I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna look for ways. I wanna be able to live stream and look at videos, see what James is doing, right? And talk about it, see what's going on in the news. I wanna be able to show you guys videos. I have videos from the States that you've never even seen just because they were backburnered because they weren't quite as crazy as other videos. And it takes so long to edit videos, to do it good, because I'm kind of a perfectionist. So I'm like, wait, What I need to do is be a perfectionist with my live stream setup so it's really good, but really functional and really easy. And then I'll come in here, I'll do cool live streams, maybe once or twice a week, like a real show. That's what I'm thinking. You guys into that? Like, the problem I'm having, let me present this. Permit me, if you will. The problem I'm having is that I can spend 8 hours editing a video. And when I edit a video, I do it right. I'm a photographer, that's my background, so everything's visual, and then I'm a video maker as well, but like I like visuals to be correct. And especially if I'm doing like a vlog, it's not strictly activism. I like to do it right. I know lights, I know cameras, I know technology. But I'm like, I spent 8 hours editing this video and 10,000 of you watch it. I'm like, what's the point, right? I like making content, and sometimes I'll do a crappy live stream like I'm doing right now. So raw is better. At this point, center guys, I feel like I'm obligated to say, that's what she said. And that's why I have 5 kids. Estoy bien. So, I can do a live stream and get, sometimes it's not very many, but if it's on a topical thing, I might get 10,000 or 20,000. Or occasionally I'll do a live stream and it'll be something relevant, right? And I'll get 100,000 views on it, which is nothing compared to like when I was doing crazy stuff in the States, but whatever. I have a channel. I just want to make content. Obviously, I want to make some revenue because I want tacos. I want some super chats, right? I'll do more live streams if there's super chats and all that kind of stuff, and ads revenue, and because I have things to talk about. A lot of times I come in here late at night and I'm like this, and I'm like, I should do a live stream for my amigos on YouTube, but I don't want to set up the mic, and I don't want to set up the lighting, and I don't want to do it crappy, right? This is just from my phone, but you can see I still have lights and stuff here. Like, there's still some attention to detail. I still spent some time setting it up only for YouTube to suck. So what do you think? You want more shows? Do you want a show, like a 30-minute show, or I don't know, an hour show? That seems too long. I shouldn't talk for that long. But what do you guys want? Tell me what you want on the channel, because I like doing vlogs. I like just posting videos, but it takes a lot of time if I have to do subtitles to English, because not only do I have to verify the translation, then I have to make the subtitles. It's complicated, okay? Whereas if I have a live show that I can actually switch, right? Switch over. And I'm kind of doing this for our channel backers, our patrons. I don't have a lot of those because I don't do a ton of content, but like I probably just blew the money that I've gotten from all the channel backers and super chats and live stream and patrons in the past year, and put it into some refreshing of the equipment so we can get a capture card in the computer and things like that, put an Elgato in there and get some real streams from a real camera, get a switching system set up. I actually have a Stream Deck here. Well, the cord's too short. I actually have a Stream Deck here, so I can set it up for easy switching between screens and all that kind of stuff. I use it for video editing as well. Now let me put that back so I don't make a mess. I like things tiny, okay? Just a little bit tiny. So yeah, I know I'm not getting into a lot of issues. I'm just kind of giving you guys an update. And if we do this, I'm hoping in the next couple weeks to have this set up, because I actually have a fairly nice space here in my little corner of the world down here in Central de Mexico. And I'm just like, you know what? Let's make this happen. Let's make a show, right? Where we can communicate, where I can share. Sometimes I actually feel bad, like James Freeman, you're like out there getting arrested, right? And I'm like, I should be going live right now and just like mirroring some of this and getting the word out to make sure, we got to make sure we support our people, all that kind of stuff. And sometimes I just get overwhelmed. That's the truth of the matter. My disk, I'm trying to clone this over, and my disk is like, keeps getting almost full, an open tree size. Look at this mess. It's unreal. You guys, you got to realize, if I do a show, it's going to be kind of like a talk show, and I'm probably going to be doing stupid stuff. And this thing's about to frag on me if I don't. Hang on. What can I do? It's like, man, do you ever get on your computer and you're like, oh my goodness, I hate you, Windows. What? You gotta be freaking kidding me, administrator. But no, Macs are getting bad too, guys. I mean, like I'm looking at your chats here. So just, I'm sorry. I told you this live stream. I'm just like letting you guys know what the future looks like because yeah, I'm super unprofessional and that's just what I do. But I'm smart. I'm just like super unprofessional. So tell me guys what you want. I'm watching the chat here while I do this. This thing is trying to copy data from the old drive because I really don't want to install all the programs and all the preferences and everything. So I'm hoping that this will do some of it. I'm skeptical. It's called, what is this called? Total PC Trends. These kind of apps usually suck, but you wouldn't believe how hard it is just to migrate from one drive to another in Windows. Like if you're on a Mac, there's a built-in app for this and you click it and it works perfectly and all your stuff comes over. And on a PC, like it doesn't. It's so, I feel like every time I use Windows, I feel like I'm in the 90s again. And it's like the 90s. Remember the 90s? In a lot of ways, the 90s were better. It's just so, yeah, I get that. But what is app data? Why is there so much in here? Like what the? I don't need this. 148 gigabytes. When you use a drive, right? When you use a drive, you just lose your way all the time. It's a bit ridiculous. And I'm like deleting things as it's copying because I have a terabyte drive here, and for some reason it's like doubling up the files. It's a mess. It's a mess, you guys. Okay, I'm not gonna make you look at that anymore. I want you to see my face. Look at these baby blues. Let me get the light right so the blue is there. Oh, they're green today. How about that? Well, hello, YouTube. So yeah, the world is a mess. The computer's fragged. David, Texas is not mostly free. Texas is the most fascist state in the United States. Pretty much the police are the most psycho there. Ask any of the activists that travel and they'll be like, oh my goodness, don't go to Texas. So I always laugh when people are leaving California for Texas because I'm like, California is bad, but you realize Texas is worse, right? So I'm sorry, but I can't disillusion you on here, bro. Like if you're in Texas, get out while you can. Texas is like Mexico, but 10 times as arrogant, without good tacos, and with zero freedom. So yeah, and I've been to Texas. I've talked to people that live in Texas, and it's a mess. James Freeman lived in Texas, right? And he laughed once he realized what a sham it was and that they were just like fascists. So anyways, when someone lives in fascism and they're like, oh, it's super good here, you know there's a problem and you need to re-examine your understanding of what freedom is when your police are just roaming the streets, murdering people. So peace and everything. Just be careful because you're not safe at all in Texas. No, there's few places that I hate going more when I was in the US. Once I realized how truly insane and what absolute bootlickers Texas was. Now I know the whole US and the world is kind of bootlickers, but when I realized that Texas was 3 times as arrogant, twice as fascist, and the people absolutely worship the government and the regulation. Oh, they want it their way, right? It's freedom as long as the fascism is their way. And that's the problem with right versus left, is that it's about freedom for the way I want. It's not about freedom for anyone else. It's about power. It's about this right here. It's about the pesos, baby. I mean, I know in the US it's more about dollars, but like this right here is 50 tacos, all right? I can buy 50 tacos with this. Done. That's freedom. And I can buy them on the street, whereas in Texas, if you tried to sell tacos like that on the street, you would be arrested, they would fine you and steal your equipment because you didn't have the right permits. Tacos. 50, 100, 150. Am I right on this? No. 50 times 10, 5. No, that's right, yeah, okay. 200, 250. Let's bring this up to 300 tacos. Who can match me 300 tacos in the super chat on today's live show? And I will go for an extra 10 minutes. No, I'm kidding. Okay, this is $50, $100, $150. This is about like I'm not making a ton of money here. I'll tell you that. I look a little bit rich with these, but I'm not. This is my rent money. So yes, what can I say? Anything else? What do you guys think? Did you guys even give me feedback on the show? Because I'm trying to watch the feed here. But sometimes I'm looking to you guys, right? I know the world sucks. I know there's all the, we can't even speak of the reality of what's going on right now because we'll be censored. I know that my computer's fragged this week and I'm kind of pissed off, but I'm trying to learn composure. 1 hour show. I hear you, Joseph. I will think about it. Hello, Germany. I'm looking. I've been looking at the chat all the time, but I'm looking. Show us Mexico. I've done a lot of videos showing Mexico, and I'll do it more. And sometimes I do live streams from the street. And you can see a Mexico section on my channel. I've done videos in Colombia, a lot of that stuff. And if you guys like it, I'll do more. I just feel like a lot of times I do these really nice videos on Mexico showing the tourism and stuff. And I'm just like, well, people aren't on this channel for travel vlogs. Even though a lot of times my travel vlogs are mixed with adventure and police and crazy stuff. And I have more of those I could make. A lot of times I almost feel like you guys know that Mexico police are not near as psycho as, let's say, Texas or anywhere in the US. And so it's not as fun for you. Like, I don't mean to be mean, but I feel like it's not as dangerous dealing with a cop in Mexico, and so it's not as fun. Because you know when you watch Freeman or Bao or one of those guys, right, that these cops are psychos, and at any time they can beat the crap out of you or shoot you, and that makes good TV. But it's not very safe for those of us that are doing it. So yeah, in Mexico, it's BS. They're trying to make people wear masks, and people are working hard just trying to survive. It's not like it's a socialist country like the US, where they're just on unemployment and stuff. So what I've noticed in Mexico is while they're more revolutionary as a culture, a lot of times dumb little restrictions, the way they look at a new rule is, oh, just follow the rule, and in a month, like when it's no longer enforced, we'll ignore it, right? That's more of a Latin way to do things rather than to immediately fight it and have protests and go to court. And I'm seeing far too many people believe in the COVID, especially on Facebook. But bear in mind, Facebook only allows, oh no, I said it. I said the word. This video is probably demonetized now. Dang it. James Freeman told me today, you can't say the word. And I was like, exactly. And here I said the word. It's so easy to say the word, okay? But no, if you don't say it in the correct context, if you don't support it, you're censored. So obviously what you're seeing on Facebook comments and stuff is, oh, respect the rules here as well. But when you're on the street, what I mostly get here, like in this state, it's kind of stupid and regulated. Some of the states are way more relaxed, a lot of them. This one is super corrupt, and it's kind of a wealthy state a little bit in Mexico, and kind of an industry state. And so there's more politics. It's more, you know how it is, like you go next door to Hidalgo, 10 minutes away, right? I'm right near the border, and it's more of a native culture. It's more relaxed, and you can see it as soon as you go over there. If I get too tired of it over here and being harassed if I go into a store, because the stores at this point, even if they don't believe it, it goes through phases. Remember this phase we started a few weeks ago where they're like, oh, it's going up, we got to do more. And so there was more harassment of the businesses and stuff like, oh, you need to comply. And I've just been like, you know, guys, if we just get together and resist and say no, it's all we have to do. But people are afraid. They don't want to have their stores shut down. You know the drill. Like, there's a lot more freedom here, but I've been disappointed that people haven't just resisted more. Can't say the word, beep. Okay, so it's cool. Yeah, I've been to Sinaloa. I'm closer to Mexico City at the moment. A couple hours from Ciudad de Mexico. Pues sí, es bueno. Es que cuando quiere poco más libertad, vivo en Hidalgo, o Nayarit, o Puebla, ¿o qué? ¿No? Porque Estado de Querétaro son poco, pero no, está bien. Es bueno. I'll tell you more about that as we go on. But it's cool. And I don't know if I sell my video on Audit the Audit. I think maybe, like, people take my videos, and I don't usually, I mean, was that the one that was trashing me? I don't even know. Someone's always trashing me or one of us. If you do anything relevant, people who do nothing relevant are going to try to pretend they're relevant by trashing you. And I'm not picking on anyone. I can't remember if that video was trashing me or not. I'm just, like, somewhere in the back of my mind, I'm like, doesn't Audit the Audit just troll us? So I don't know. Maybe I got that completely wrong. And if I do, forgive me. I've been going for almost 30 minutes. This is not an hour show because it's late. I'm tired. I'm trying to get this dang computer working. I'm so tired of it not working. And yeah, but I'm working on it. And I'm working on resisting, but I don't want to be angry. I don't want to live angry all the time. Mexico's more relaxed. We're more chill down here. I I'm an herbalist, so I don't really do the whole. I'm not really into the drug peddling stuff that pharma sells us. So yeah, no thanks. And I think I did a show a couple months ago, early on in this, talking about the herbs that are effective in this situation. Beep, can't say the word, or censorship. It's the world we live in right now: fascism, ignorance, and hate. Right, but let's not add to it. Audit the audit rated the sergeant A and B. Wait, A, B plus. You B plus and the officer C. Okay, yeah, I mean, I don't know. People can do what they want as long as they're not verbatim stealing my videos. If they want to do commentary, at least they're getting out there, right? But resist. Resist with honor. One of the things I was talking to my buddy today, and we were talking about, hey, don't just resist. Don't just do something because everyone else is doing it. Don't just fight because you don't like them. Have a cause, right? This is the problem with left versus right. The right wants freedom here, but they want the left in prison and they want to murder people overseas. The left wants more socialism and free stuff and wants the right in prison, and they want to kill babies. So in a lot of ways, the left right now is more freedom-minded. I mean, Trump is an absolute fascist, but Biden isn't better. He's just not as insane when he talks. And if you're a woman and you get close, he might sniff your hair, which, to be fair, is girls having their hair sniffed by coworkers is super common in Mexico. It's a lot more of a chill society, and the girls' hair usually smells good. It's kind of a thing here. I don't know. I see that all the time when I'm in the store, like the male employees smelling the female employee's hair. So maybe Biden is actually a Mexicano. I don't know. I was thinking that. But he doesn't look it, and I don't think they really want him here. But what I'm getting at, because I don't want to ramble too much, is it's just faction against faction. If you want freedom for you, but you want the other people to get fried, you don't actually want freedom. You just want power. And that's what we saw with the Patriot movement when Trump got in. They were full-on, full-metal fascists as soon as Trump got in, because it was really all about their faction getting power. Just like when the left gets in, it's very quickly less about social justice for most of them and more about we're in power now. Everybody just wants power over other people. And I want power to be left alone. I want the power to defend other people. I want to love my neighbor. And so I was talking today with this guy, and it was like, you know what? Our activism, yes, it needs to be logical, it needs to be concise, it needs to be bold, but it has to be with honor. It has to be with love for our neighbor, right? You might say, like, oh, Gavin, I'm not a Christian. Okay, right? We can talk about that. But if you don't love your neighbor, you can't love freedom. You have to care about justice for the other guy, or you'll never have it for yourself and your kids and all that kind of stuff. So, I don't know. It's a crazy, crazy world. And sometimes I just want to be like, what is this about? I'm getting tired of talking about it. Sometimes I'm sitting here and I'm like, oh, those catch lights in my eyes. I got a catch light here and a catch light coming from over there, because I get so tired of this that I just want to go take photos or make videos. But then I have to pay bills. So as I'm making photos and videos and all this stuff, I'm like, what do we do to make it productive? Okay. I think I'm going to roll. All right? I think I'm going to roll. It's late. I got a few things. I got to keep working on this computer. I really got to try to get this sorted, because it's a mess. And I have to get back to work and be able to edit my sessions and work on my new products. I just released a black and white preset collection for Lightroom and for Capture One, and I need to do some maintenance and pruning. It was our big Black Friday release, and it's a mess. Not a mess, but it's good, but it needs some things. I need to get some updates and stuff done for it, and then my computer bails. So here, what I was hoping to have done this week is not done. Why is Trump a fascist? Well, anyone who wants to build a wall to lock you in your country, anyone who thinks that your country, your people have more rights than other people, anyone who wants to bomb schools, and so that would include Obama too, right? Bomb schools and ban travel. And I think I will leave you with this, for those that are pretending that Trump isn't a fascist. Take the guns first, due process later. Enough said. Okay, what else? We good? We good? I'm gonna work on the new show. If you guys like the idea, I'm gonna work on it. That's what I'm gonna do. And I'm gonna try to make it good. We're gonna keep opposing fascism here and maybe have some fun. If I do a show, I mean, I've kind of been random tonight. We're talking about things, but if I do a show, it's gonna be, I'm gonna try to organize it, but be a little random. And yeah, thanks Anonymous. And we're gonna keep plugging away. Try and make it happen. And I'm gonna put some real cameras into this thing. This is small. Let's get something big. Hang on. I think I'll use this camera. I think I'll use this guy right here. Yeah, this is a beast. Let's go to beast mode. I don't use this much because this is only 1080p. This was $5,000 when I bought it, but it's only 1080p now and it's big. It's a big old cinema camera. Manny Hernandez, thanks. Manny says it's just $5, but I'm broke here in Chicago paying taxes. And he plans to come back to the US and exercise your rights. The problem is in the US, you really can't exercise your rights, as we're seeing more and more, or they'll shoot you or go to prison. That's a problem anywhere in the world, but I feel like we can exercise more rights here. So I try to have a little faith and take things one day at a time, but overall I'm enjoying my time down here. But yeah, I think I'm gonna hook up this beast, and maybe we'll go I'm gonna do something cool. Like maybe this old Canon, check out this beast here, these are vintage. There's cinematic. This old Canon 50mm 1.4. This is a great, cool lens. The aperture's not actually working correct on this. I need to take it apart, but I can shoot it wide open. Mount this. I'm gonna mount this sucker, mount this old manual freaking lens on there or something. I don't know what I'll use. Maybe I'll use, here's an old Russian. There's a Russian Helios 44 version 5 from Russia. Another cool lens. Not that you guys care about this stuff, but it's my show, right? It's my show, so I can talk about this. But I'm hoping if we stream live, we got good upstream, and I'm gonna run straight HDMI out of these cams into a capture card. I'm putting a new Ryzen 2950 in this, so we have plenty of overhead, and I got a 1080 Ti in there still, and it's cool. DCJ, yeah. Shout out to Afreda. Still got family there, and it's cool. Minox cameras were cool. They're kind of expensive, but vintage stuff is getting expensive. You see all my vintage lenses back here. I got some pretty sweet vintage glass back here, but that's more for my photo channel. I don't want to get too, I could mount, you know what, I got an adapter for this guy maybe. Here's an old Hasselblad. This is the Hasselblad Planar 80. This is what they use on the moon. I mean, not this exact lens. Of course, then we could discuss whether they actually went to the moon. So is this what they used on the moon? Or did they just fake it? I'm more concerned about our rights, not us getting distracted by all this stuff. That's what I've always said. The fact is, this is a Zeiss Planar 80mm. It's a gray old lens, and it looks cool, and it's from a Hassie. I have a Hassie. I have a Hasselblad 500 series. It's not out right now, so I'm not gonna do it right now. I'm not gonna get it out. I want to get it out. It's so, I just want to touch it, okay? It's like a girlfriend. A Hasselblad is a beautiful camera, all right? But no, I have self-control. I'm a man of control, all right? This is the future of the show, I think. I don't know what to say. I apologize for this. Whoa. I mean, we're gonna have lasers. We're gonna have lenses. Why won't that go in? We're gonna have 3D printers. We're gonna have videos. Maybe we can even get James Freeman to come on the show and hang out. You know, get the cool people in here and do that. I've been going for 35 minutes. I think it's enough. I'm watching the final streams. Yo to everyone. Shout out. I'm tired. So let's do it. And let's hope 2020 doesn't suck. 2021 doesn't suck quite as bad as 2020 did, is what I'm thinking. So yes, I shall work on these things. I will keep you posted, and I thank you all. Thanks to our super chatters, our channel backers. And why is that going off? Probably because it's a new install and I haven't turned that stupid timeout off. I have a lot of work to do, and I don't really want to stay up till 4 in the morning. So I'm gonna go, peace out, resist blue ISIS, love your neighbor. We will talk to you all soon. And yeah, we talked about that. All right, stay strong. And I will get this computer fixed soon, and then we'll be live again. All right, guys, take care.